Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on March 6, 2023 in Śrī Māyāpur, India.
Pangun langai tegiri Sri Gurum Dhinataryam Sri Caitanya Ishvara Hari Om Tat Sat
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Happy Gaur Purnima Eve. Okay, today we will continue on the whole auspicious eve, Adivas of Gaur Purnima. We will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Caitanya dāsa is like Puṇya-jana. Under the section, the pastime of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.421.
সপার্ষদ নিত্যানন্দের নবদ্বীপ যাত্রা তবে নিত্যানন্দ প্রভু বড় কতদিনে সজি আই দেখিবারে ইচ্ছা হইল মনে
Puṇya-jana, after some days,
Then Lord Nityananda, after some days,
he wanted to see Śrī Māyāpur, Mother Śrī Māyāpur.
so he wanted to see Mother Sachimata,
And he had this desire.
and he had this desire. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.422.
শোভাযাত্রা করিলেন নবদ্বীপ প্রতি পারিষদ গণ সব করিয়া সংহতি
He took an auspicious journey to Navadvip town.
So he took his assistants on a journey to Navadvip Dham.
He was accompanied by his associates.
So he took an auspicious journey to Navadvip Dham. He was accompanied by his associates. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.423.
খড়দহ গ্রামে পুরন্দর পণ্ডিত দেবালয়ে তবে আইলেন প্রভু খড়দহ গ্রামে পুরন্দর পণ্ডিতের দেবালয় স্থানে
However, when Nityananda arrived
So when Lord Nityananda arrived
at the village of Kṛṣṇa,
at the village of Kordaha,
Kardaha
and he went to the temple of Puṇya-jana Pandit.
and he went to the temple of Purandara Pandit. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.424.
খড়দহ গ্রামে আসি নিত্যানন্দ রায় যত নিত্য করিলেন কহনে না যায়
When Nityananda arrived, he came to the village of Kṛṣṇa.
Lord Nityananda, he came to the village of Kordaha.
He did so much ecstatic dancing.
He did so much ecstatic dancing,
It's so wonderful
which is so wonderful
that it is beyond description.
that it is beyond description. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.425.
পুরন্দর পণ্ডিতের পরম উন্মাদ বৃক্ষের উপরে চড়ি করে সিংহনাদ।
When the Pandit became so intoxicated by loving ecstasy
Purandar Pandit became so intoxicated by loving ecstasy
that he climbed on top of a tree
that he climbed on top of a tree
and roared like a lion.
and roared like a lion. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.426.
চৈতন্য দাসের অঙ্গে প্রেম ভক্তির অভিব্যক্তি। বাহ্য নাহি শ্রী চৈতন্য দাসের শরীরে, ব্যাঘ্র তাড়াইয়া যায় বনের ভিতরে।
Śrī Caitanya dāsa
Śrī Caitanya dāsa
had now was fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness.
was fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness.
He had no external consciousness of his body.
He had no external consciousness of his body.
And that consciousness, he chased tigers
In that consciousness, he chased tigers
who had gone through the forest.
who had gone through the forest. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.427.
কভু লম্ফ দিয়া উঠে ব্যাঘ্রের উপরে, কৃষ্ণের প্রসাদে ব্যাঘ্র লঙ্ঘিতে না পারে।
Sometimes he would jump and hump and
Sometimes he would jump and
on a tiger, he would look at a tiger's back.
he would jump at a tiger's back.
By Krishna's mercy,
By Krishna's mercy,
the tiger
the tiger
was not able to harm him.
was not able to harm him. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.423.
মহা অজগর সর্প লই নিজ কোলে, নির্ভয়ে চৈতন্য দাস থাকে কুতূহলে।
A large python snake he would take on his lap.
A large python snake he would take on his lap.
Fearlessly, Caitanya dāsa stayed jubilant.
Fearlessly, Caitanya dāsa stayed jubilant. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.429.
ব্যাঘ্রের সহিত খেলা খেলেন নির্ভয়, হেন কৃপা করে অদ্ভুত মহাশয়।
Caitanya dāsa,
And Caitanya dāsa
he would fearlessly play with tigers.
he was fearlessly playing with tigers.
And all this was possible by the mercy of
All this was possible by the mercy of
Lord Avadut Nityananda Mahasaya.
Lord Avadut Nityananda Mahashaya. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.430.
সেবক বৎসল প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ রায়, ব্রহ্মার দুর্লভ রস ইঙ্গিতে ভুঞ্জায়।
Nityananda Rai was affectionate to his service.
Lord Nityananda Rai was affectionate to his servants.
The ecstatic mellow that he gave is rare even for Brahma.
The ecstatic mellow that he gave is rare even for Lord Brahma.
But Nityananda Prabhu, something like the signal
Lord
on
Nityananda,
his eyebrows.
but Lord Nityananda Prabhu, simply by the signal of his eyebrows,
Made everyone relish.
made everyone relish,
Even the foolish, wretched, fallen, and distressed persons.
even the foolish, wretched, fallen, and the distressed persons. End of bracket. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat, Antyakanda 5.431.
চৈতন্য দাসের আত্মবিস্মৃতি সর্বথা নিরন্তন কহেন আনন্দ মন কথা।
Caitanya dāsa was always forgot all of his external self.
Caitanya dāsa was always forgetful of his external self.
Yeah. Constantly spoke about the transcendental bliss in life.
And constantly spoke about the transcendental bliss present in his mind. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavat, Antyakanda 5.432.
2-3 দিন মজ্জি জলের ভিতরে থাকেন কখনো দুঃখ না হয় শরীরে।
For 2 or 3 days,
For 2 or 3 days,
Caitanya dāsa would remain submerged in water.
Caitanya dāsa would remain submerged in water.
But never was any pain experienced in his body.
But never was any pain experienced in his body. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada, aquatics always live in the water, but land animals are unable to stay underwater for a long time. But Śrī Caitanya dāsa could live underwater like stone without feeling any discomfort. He did not manifest any change in his consciousness.
You see, everyone needs to be committed
See, everyone needs to be committed
to spreading Krishna consciousness.
for spreading Krishna consciousness.
And so even like Swami Lord Chaitanya told me again and again, he has like at least one disciple.
Even Sarada Thakur, Lord Chaitanya told him again and again and again, he has to make at least one disciple.
But one day he decided, the first person I see, this is this.
So one day he decided, the first person I would see, I would just initiate him.
Tomorrow morning,
Tomorrow morning.
no excuse.
No excuse.
So he went to the Ganges,
So he went to the Ganges
take his early morning, normal Arti bath,
to take his early morning before Mangalarati bath,
and there was a dead body floating in the Ganges.
and there was a dead body floating on the Ganges.
Well, that was the first person he saw.
So that was the first person he saw.
He pulled him over,
He pulled him over
said the Dishan and mantra in his ear,
and he just chanted the mantra in his ear.
and he came back to life.
He initiated him with the mantra in his ear and he came back alive.
Real Ranga.
His name was Murari Caitanya dāsa.
His name was Murari Caitanya dāsa.
The Caitanya dāsa sounds very similar to Murari Caitanya dāsa.
So this Caitanya dāsa sounds very similar to Murari Caitanya dāsa.
But he was already dead. He came back from the dead.
So he was.
He wasn't afraid of tigers, afraid under the Ganges.
So he was already dead. So he came back to life. So he wasn't afraid of tigers or bathing in the Ganges.
Wow.
But whether he's the same person, I don't know.
Whether he's the same person or not, I don't know.
But Lord Nityananda, by his blessing, he could empower anyone.
But Lord Nityananda, by his blessings, he could empower
Hari
anyone.
Hari.
So everyone should think, how can I spread this Kṛṣṇa movement?
So everyone should think, how can I spread this Krishna consciousness
At
movement?
least one person I have to give.
At least one person I have to give.
So this is our Babaji, he initiated too.
Gaur Kishoredas Babaji, he initiated two.
Vamsidas Babaji was Vajranandi,
Vamsidas Babaji was a Bhajananandi,
and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was Rosthanandi.
and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a Goshtianandi.
And so, by his mercy, Prabhupada went to the West, and our Gandha was also preached in India.
So by his mercy, Srila Prabhupada went to the West, and Srila Prabhupada's God brothers also preached in India
And also preached other places.
and preached also in other places.
And this way Lord Chaitanya's movement is spreading.
So in this way, Lord Chaitanya's movement is spreading.
All of you should also think that you have to become qualified to give the teachings of Prabhupada, teachings of Bhagavatam to some people.
So all of you also have to think that you all have to become qualified to give the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, to give the teachings of the Srimad Bhagavatam to the people.
Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, at least to one person. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antyakanda 5.433.
জড় প্রায় অলক্ষিত সর্বব্যবহার পরম উদ্যম সিংহ বিক্রম অপার
All his activity
All of his activities
are unobservable,
were unobservable,
like almost inert
like almost inert
matter.
matter.
And, some of his qualities are supremely ecstatic.
But some of his qualities were supremely ecstatic.
And his power, like a lion's roar, is immeasurable.
And his prowess, like a lion's voice, was immeasurable. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.434.
চৈতন্য দাসের যত ভক্তির বিকার কত বা কহিতে পারি সকল অপার
All the manifestations of Caitanya dāsa,
All the manifestations of Caitanya dāsa,
all the bhakti transformations,
or the bhakti transformations.
how many can I actually describe?
How many can I actually describe?
Everything is unlimited.
Everything is unlimited.
Hari Bol. Gaur
Haribo!
Hari Bol.
Sakala Appar!
Shakale apar.
Hari Hari.
Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.435.
সুযোগ্য চৈতন্য দাসের মুরারি পণ্ডিত মহিমা যজ্ঞ শ্রী চৈতন্য দাস মুরারি পণ্ডিত যার বাতাসেও কৃষ্ণ পাই যে নিশ্চিত
So here states that Caitanya dāsa is also known as Murari Pandit.
So here it states that Caitanya dāsa is also known as Murari Pandit.
And he is highly qualified.
And he is highly qualified.
Even his breeze passes over his body,
Even the breeze which passes over his body,
one gets obtained certainly pure devotion for Lord Kṛṣṇa.
so that one can obtain pure devotional service, easily obtain pure devotional service to Lord Krishna.
One gets Kṛṣṇa himself.
One gets Krishna himself.
Jai.
Freely.
Wow.
Freely.
Who wants Kṛṣṇa?
Haribo!
Who
Yes,
wants
Lord.
Krishna? Śrī Caitanya Bhagavad Adhya Kanda 5.436.
অদ্বৈতে শ্রী চৈতন্যানুগত বিচারে বিরোধী গণের চৈতন্য দাস আখার ফলগুপ্ত এবে কহে বলাই চৈতন্য দাস নাম স্বপ্নেই না বলে চৈতন্য গুণগ্রাম
Someone nowadays, someone calls himself Caitanya dāsa.
Nowadays, someone calls himself Caitanya dāsa.
Although he never chants the glories of Lord Caitanya,
Although he never chants the glories of Lord Chaitanya,
even in his dreams.
even in his dreams.
So, it's very cheap if someone can say, I'm Caitanya dāsa.
So it's very cheap. Someone could say, "Oh, I'm Caitanya dāsa."
But without Caitanya dāsa, who wants to glorify Lord Caitanya,
The real Caitanya dāsa is who wants to glorify Lord Chaitanya.
Jai.
Śrī Caitanya Bhagavad Adhya Kanda 5.437.
অদ্বৈতের প্রাণনাথ শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য যার ভক্তি প্রসাদে অদ্বৈত সত্য ধন্য
the life and soul of Lord Advaita Acharya
The life and soul of Lord Advaita Acharya
and Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya,
is Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai.
by his mercy,
By his mercy,
his bhakti mercy,
by his bhakti mercy,
Lord Advaita Acharya became truly fortunate.
Lord Advaita Acharya became truly fortunate.
Hari.
Śrī Caitanya Bhagavad Adhya Kanda 5.438.
Jaya Jaya Advaita Jai Chaitanya Bhakti.
Jaya Jaya Advaita Jai Chaitanya Bhakti.
Haribo.
Jai Prasade Advaita Sarva Shakti.
Jahar Prasade Advaita Sarva Shakti.
Jai.
জয় জয় অদ্বৈতের যে চৈতন্য ভক্তি যাহার প্রসাদে অদ্বৈতের সর্বশক্তি
Haribo.
Jai Jai.
Jai Jai
And all glories
means all glories
to Lord Advaita Acharya,
to Lord Advaita Acharya's
devotional service
devotional service
to Lord Chaitanya.
to Lord Chaitanya.
Hallelujah. Advaita was fully empowered
Advaita was fully empowered
by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Śrī Caitanya Bhagavad Adhya Kanda 5.439.
সাধু লোকে অদ্বৈতের এ মহিমা ঘোষে কেহ ইয়া অদ্বৈতের নিন্দা হেন ভাসে
Seven versions broadcast Advaita Acharya's
Saintly persons broadcast Advaita Acharya's
glory
glories
live life.
Huh?
Live life.
In this way.
But others, other people,
But other people
consider
consider
an insult
it as
to Lord Advaita.
other people consider this as an insult to Advaita Acharya. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.440.
সেও ছাড় বলাই চৈতন্য দাস নাম কেমনে যায় অদ্বৈতের স্থান
Some useless person like this,
Some useless persons like this
I call himself Caitanya dāsa.
call himself Caitanya dāsa.
But how can such a simple person
But how can such a sinful person
attain the shelter of Advaita Acharya?
attain the shelter of Advaita Acharya? Purport by His Divine Grace Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Śrīla Prabhupada. One duplicitous devotee of Advaita Prabhu used to call himself Caitanya dāsa. His idea was that Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya was Radhika and Advaita was Kṛṣṇa. But actually Lord Chaitanya is combined form of Radha and Govinda. And Advaita, Sri Advaita Prabhu is a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. The so-called servant of Lord Chaitanya was actually averse to Lord Chaitanya. Sri Advaita Prabhu became fully empowered simply by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Yet this Ativadi or overly proud person who considered himself a devotee of Advaita did not realize this fact and thought that such a statement was an insult to Sri Advaita. Anyone who considers this sinful person a follower of Advaita Acharya could not and cannot understand the mentality of Advaita.
Advaita Acharya, he was very happy and proud to be a devotee of Lord Chaitanya.
So Advaita Acharya, he was very happy, very proud to be a devotee of Lord Chaitanya.
Now that since Lord Chaitanya would offer Advaita respect
Since Lord Chaitanya would offer Advaita Acharya some respect,
because he was the brother of Lord Chaitanya's Guru,
because he was the god brother of Lord Chaitanya's Guru,
he would do things, Advaita Acharya would do things just to get Lord Chaitanya to disrespect him.
Advaita Acharya would do things just to get Lord Chaitanya to disrespect him.
Because that was a relationship he wanted with the Lord.
Because that was the relationship that he wanted with the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.441.
এই পাপীরে অদ্বৈতের লোকে বলে যে অদ্বৈত হৃদয় কভু নাহি জানে সে
One who calls such a simple person
One who calls such a sinful person
to be the follower of Advaita Acharya
to be the follower of Advaita Acharya never understands
the heart of Advaita.
the heart of Advaita. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.442.
রাক্ষসের নাম যেন কহে পুণ্যজন এই মতো এই সব চৈতন্য দাসগণ
The name of a Rakshasa demon maybe be called by the name Puṇya-jana,
may be called by the name Puṇya-jana,
a pious person.
or pious person.
This way, people who claim to be Caitanya dāsa
People who claim to be Caitanya dāsa
are children of Lord Chaitanya,
a servant of Lord Chaitanya,
are actually against Lord Chaitanya.
or a servant of Lord Chaitanya but actually against Lord Chaitanya.
And they should be considered as such.
So they should be considered as such.
Lord Ravana, he was a demon.
Even Ravana, he was a demon.
He was a Rakshas.
He was a Rakshas,
But he was born in a Brahmin family.
but he was born in a Brahmin family.
One doesn't consider his identity by what he was born in, but how he acts.
But one doesn't consider his identity not on based what he is born in, but based on what he acts.
Someone calls himself Caitanya dāsa, but doesn't glorify Lord Chaitanya.
If someone calls himself as Caitanya dāsa but doesn't glorify Lord Chaitanya,
Doesn't serve Lord Chaitanya.
doesn't serve Lord Chaitanya,
He simply blasphemes the Lord.
he simply blasphemes the Lord,
And then he's not a devotee, he's a demon.
then he's not a devotee, he's a demon. In Sanskrit language, the phrase Puṇya-jana is used as a symptom for Rakshasa, synonyms for a Rakshasa or demon. Therefore, to call oneself Caitanya dāsa is simply a method of deceiving people. Those who do not understand the deep meaning of the phrase Puṇya-jana consider that it has a good connotation, but in actuality, it is not. It is used to give the opposite meaning. Similarly, names like Caitanya dāsa are not indicative of the actual meaning, but are used to indicate an offender of Lord Chaitanya. Then the person with such a name can never become an actual servant of Lord Chaitanya. Thus ends the chapter entitled Caitanya dāsa is like a Puṇya-jana, a demon.
The real Caitanya dāsa, he was actually a very powerful devotee.
The real Caitanya dāsa, he was actually a very powerful devotee.
Some imitation Caitanya dāsas who are not devotees.
There are some imitation Caitanya dāsas who are not devotees.
I should see a person by his activities,
So you should see the person by his activities,
not simply by his name.
not simply by his name.
I will.
Hari Bol. Under the section, The Glories of Śrī Nityananda Prabhu.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.